Question 23 was as follows. The diagram below is a speed time graph of a moving car. The car decelerates uniformly from speed of 24 meters per second to the speed of v meters per second in 3 seconds. It then moves at a uniform speed of 10 seconds and finally decelerates at 3 meters per second squared until it comes to rest at after t seconds. Okay, so the questions are: find the a speed, which is v, if the deceleration in the first 3 seconds was 2 meters per second squared. Okay, so this is the question we're asked to find. So what we're going to do now here is, and we're going to use the formula of deceleration, which is deceleration is equal to initial speed minus minus final speed over time. Okay, so in the question we're told that deceleration was 2 meters per second, so we're going to say equal to 2 meters per second squared is equal to 24 meters. Where are we getting 24 meters per second? It's here. Okay, then we're going to say what is the final speed. So the final speed of this vehicle of deceleration for 3 seconds, it is in here and we don't know it. It's a one we want to find. So what we're going to do here is we're going to write 24 meters per second minus the final speed, which will be divided over time. So the time we are told it took 3 seconds, so it's over 3 seconds. Okay, once we've done that, then we're going to say we're going to cross multiply. Okay, so 24 will be multiplied by 1. Okay, will be multiplied by 1. So if we write 2 over 1, the 2 hasn't lost its value, so the value will be the same. Then what we're going to do now here is we are going to write 24 meters, or 24 minus v. I'm not just going to I'm just going to ignore the units a bit, so I'm going to say 24 meters, 24 minus v, which will be time is equal to 6. So 2 times 3 will give us 6. Okay, then I'm going to put like terms together there, so I'm going to write equal to negative v is equal to 6 minus 24. Okay, 24 is crossing the equal sign, it's going to become minus. Okay, once we do that, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to find the value of 6 minus 24. So I'm going to write negative v is equal to 6 minus 24 give me negative 18. Okay, now once I've done this, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both terms by negative 1. Okay, so which will give me negative v divided by negative 1 will give me v, which is negative 18 divided by negative 1 will give me 18. So the value of the speed there is 18 meters per second. So the value of v, so the v I'm talking about is here, is 18 meters per second. So I'm also going to indicate 18 meters per second there. Okay, once I've done that, that means that is the answer. So v there is equal to 18 meters per second. Now let's come to question B, which is find the distance covered in the first 13 seconds. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we are asked to find the distance the vehicle covered in 13 seconds. So starting from here going up to 13 there. Okay, that's what we want to find. We want to find the distance the vehicle covered excuse me, the distance the vehicle covered from there up to here. Okay, so that distance, how are we going to find it? Okay, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide this entire shape. We're going to use the formula of finding the shape, the area of the shape, to find the distance. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to divide this triangle. I'll find the area of triangle alone. Then later on, I'm going to I'm going to find the area of this rectangle. Okay, then I'm going to combine the area of the two shapes, the triangle and the rectangle. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start with the area of a rectangle, which is, we're going to say distance is equal to area of triangle, which is 1 over 2 multiplied by h multiplied by b plus the area of the rectangle, which is L times b. So when we go on, when we start with the rectangle, we focus on this one in the first formula. When we focus on this one, okay, we know that the base is equal to 3, but the height is, we have 24 and 18. So we're going to find the difference of 24 and 18. The difference is the height of the triangle. So what we're going to do now here is I'm going to write d is equal to 1 over 2 multiplied by, so 24 minus the height. Now I'm looking for the height, so 24 minus 18 will give me 6, then multiplied by the base. When you look at the distance from here up to here, you find that it is 3, so that is the same base even there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write times 3, then close bracket, then I'm going to open bracket plus, so the length, now we come to the rectangle. So now we want to find the area of this rectangle. Okay, so now as you can see, the length is here and it is 13. So we're going to say 13. So we're going to multiply 13 times. Now when we come to the height of the rectangle, you see that the height is here. Okay, so this is the height. So when you look at that height, it from 0 to 18, so we're going to say multiply by 18. Okay, so we're going to say 13 times 18. Okay, now then I'm going to write d is equal to 9, because 1 over 2 times 6 will give us 3. 3 times 3 will give us 9. Okay, excuse me. Then we say 13 times 18 will give us 234. When you find the sum of 9 and 234, you find that it is distance is equal to 243. So 243 is the distance the vehicle covered in 13 seconds. So I can even put meters there. So the vehicle covered the distance of 243 meters in 13 seconds. Okay, now we come to question number C, value of t. Okay, so we asked to find the value of t. If you are not sure where t is, the t is here. Okay, sorry, t is here. Okay, the one I've circled there is, that is t. So asked to find the value of t. Okay, so to find the value of t, what we're going to do here, I'm going to use this triangle to find the value of t. After I've done that, after I find the value of t, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add 13 to the value I'm going to find, which is for t. However, I'm going to use the area of the triangle to find the value of t, or I'm going to use the deceleration of the vehicle from 13 to the time it stopped, which is t. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use the formula of deceleration, not area. So I'm going to write deceleration is equal to initial speed minus final speed, which is over time. Okay, over time. Okay, so we are told that the vehicle from 13 it decelerates. The deceleration was 3 meters per second squared. Okay, it was 3 meters per second squared. So what was the initial speed? So to find the initial speed for the final journey, we can see that here. So when you follow this line, it's coming to 18. So the initial speed was 18. Okay, so the initial speed was 18, which is so deceleration we're told was 3 meters per second. So I'm not going to use units. Then what was the initial speed, which will be equal to 18? That's what we found. The initial speed was 18. Then minus final speed, which is 0. So we're getting the final speed at this point. Now, in the statement, we are also told that the vehicle moved until it came to rest. Okay, so using that information, we can say now the initial speed, the final speed is 0. Okay, over time. What is time is not given, so I'm going to put t there. Okay, then I'm going to evaluate 18 minus 0. So I'm going to write 3, which is 3 is equal to 18 minus 0 give us 18. Then over t. Okay, once I've done that, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cross multiply. Excuse me. I'm going to cross multiply. Then here where I'm going to multiply t with 1, I'm going to multiply 18 by 1. So 3 over 1 is the same as 3. Okay, so 3 times t will give us, okay, let me say equal to 3 times t will give us 3t, which will be equal to 18 times 1 will give us 18. Okay. Okay, once we've done this, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to now simplify 18, 3t divided by 3. Why I want to remain with t on one side of the equal sign. And 18 divided by 3. Okay, so 3t divided by 3 will give us t. Then I hope you can see where I'm writing now. I've started writing the answers here. Okay. Okay, then we say 18 divided by 3 will give us 6. Okay, now like I said earlier on, I said when we find the value of t using we focus on the final triangle, then we are going to add 13 to the value we're going to find. So we're going to say 6 plus 13, which will give us t is equal to 19. Okay, it's going to give us 19. So the value of t is 19 seconds. So the time is 19 seconds there. So that is the value of t there. So basically, this is how you find, you work questions that involves time graph. If you have got questions, you can ask in the comment section. If there is somewhere where you need us to explain more, we will do that. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also invite your friends to subscribe to our YouTube. Otherwise, see you in the next video and God bless you.